School is the most important thing in your life. And while I hate school, I got a PhD. And I hate school. I hate everything about it. So somebody say, E, if you hate school so much, why you get a PhD? Because I hate school, but I love options. You can have average skill, but you can't have average will. You can't have average will. Like your will has to be phenomenal. You have to see basketball as the gateway. It's like a passport. Basketball is just your way to get in, and then once you get in, boom, then you dominate. So I'm telling you, you're not taking a test because they're giving you the test. You're taking a test that's about to change your life, your mama's life. And I know if you take the test serious, you'll kill it. When you go through your go-through, your siblings are watching you. When you go through your go-through, your friends are watching you. When you go through your go-through, your parents are watching you. And people will use your strength to get through their stuff.
Yo, what's up? It's your boy, E.T. That's right, free summer school. Man, I promise you, I wish I would have had an inspirational, motivational, speaker when I was coming up, to kind of coach me. Look, I'm your personal coach, your personal summer school coach. I'm going to get you through, right? As I always say, man, you don't know. My mom called it triple darkness. You don't know that you don't know that you don't know, right? And so there are a lot of things you don't know middle school age. Maybe you might be, elementary age or high school, like whatever. Like I'm your coach. I'm here to coach you. I'm here to help you out, right? So we're talking about a fresh start, right? A fresh start. And of course, I got my friends coming on with me today, and we're going to elaborate on this. So I want you to stick around and listen to them. But when I think about a fresh start, I think about bouncing back. And I'm grateful. I'm grateful that, you got Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. And the reason why I say that is because if Monday don't go good, then we can start all over Tuesday. Like if Tuesday ain't sweet, we can go to Wednesday. Wednesday ain't sweet. So it's this idea that you can always start all over again. It's a 24-hour process. Now, I'm the guy that believes there's no such thing as a bad day. I think you have a bad moment and that bad moment gets out of hand. Like you get into a car accident in the morning, right? You take that car accident into the afternoon or the night, but you didn't have a car accident at night. You didn't have it in the afternoon. You had it in the morning, but you couldn't just break it. Like maybe you had a bad argument with a sibling, right? It lasts a day or two. Maybe you broke up with somebody and you feel bad and you letting that a week, a month, you got to learn to push that refresh button, push it in your relationships, push it mentally, push it emotionally, right? So I'm going to read a couple quotes to you. And I just want y'all to know my life has been a life of, man, I don't know where I'd be if I couldn't push the reset button. Remember, I dropped out of high school, so I had to push that reset button, get the GED. Remember, it took me 12 years to get a 4-year degree. I had to every year, all right, I'm going to start all over again. All right, I'm going to start all over again. All right, I'm going to start all over again, right? I'm going to start all over again, right? And eventually, after 12 years, I got my 4-year degree, right? Then, of course, the master's. Then the PhD was the same way. Couldn't get in at first, got in maybe 3 years later, took some independent courses, then started taking my real courses. Then I took off, then I came back, did the dissertation. My life is not a life of constant victory. When you hear people say, all I do is win no matter what, that doesn't necessarily mean you don't lose. I like to use the word learn. You learn, you don't lose. So you win and then you learn, right? You win. You might learn. You might win, learn, win. I don't, but I'm trying to tell you, wins don't come without losses. I don't care if it's the Chicago Bulls that went 72-10, right, and won the championship. There was 72-10. They lost 10 games, right? I don't remember how many games they lost in the playoffs, but they didn't go undefeated. Are you hearing what I'm saying? So restart. You got to push the restart. You have a bad day, start all over again. You have a good day, start all over again. You have a great day, start all over again. All right. So I'm gonna read some quotes to you. All right. B, if you could pull that first, quote up. All right, we're going to pull that first one up, guys. All right, now listen to this. This is deep. The difference between a strong man and a weak one is that the former, meaning the strong man, does not give up after defeat. Oh, come on. You hear what I'm saying? That's the difference between a strong man and a weak man. Both of them fall. Both of them have some bad days. They might even have some ugly, terrible days. But the difference is one gets back up. So this summer, you're going to have some bad days throughout this summer. I'm just being real. It's going to be some bad days, right? I don't know what's going to happen. Maybe you don't get your way. Maybe, you know what I'm saying? Maybe you don't get an opportunity to get in the summer school program you wanted to, or maybe your parents don't let you do everything you wanted to do, or maybe they make you do some stuff you don't want to do. Maybe you guys spend the weekend or the week with your grandma and you don't necessarily, you ain't feeling being at your grandma's house. Like, I don't know. Like, you don't get to go over your boy's house, or you don't get to spend the night at your boy's crib. Like, whatever it is, whatever. You don't get the food of your choice. You don't get to go out to eat every day, or you don't get to go to that amusement park you want to go. Whatever it is, like, yo, you're going to have a bad day. All right? Something bad might happen to your family. You might lose a loved one, a cousin, a grandma, bad news. Your father might get laid off from his job. Like, bad stuff is going to happen, but you can't let that bad stuff keep you down. Are you hearing what I'm saying? You can't let it keep you down. You got to get back up. You got to hit that reset button, right? Because what some of us will do, we'll get into a funk. I'm just being real. You'll get into a funk, and a bad day will turn into a bad week, turn into a bad month, turn into a bad season, like winter, summer, fall, spring. Then it turned into a bad year. Then it turned, like, yo, you know how many people, like, they had a bad situation happen? I was talking to a young man the other day. He was like, man, I lost my mom and my dad. And I'm talking about he been in a funk for about 3 or 4 months. I'm like, bro, you think this is what your mama want? If your mom knew that, do you think this is what your daddy wants for you? You think they want you in a closet somewhere with the lights off? They think you want you listening to dark music. You isolate yourself from other family members and friends. You ain't talking to nobody. You keeping to yourself. Like, you ain't taking care of your hygiene. Like, you ain't shaving, you ain't brushing your teeth, you ain't taking a bath. Like, you walking around moping and complaining like that. You really think that's what they want for you? You think your loved ones want that for you? No, they would want you to push the reset button. Your grandma wouldn't wish in her death that you would die too. You alive. Your grandma would want you to take advantage of every single day you have, every opportunity you have. All right, so I'm gonna read a couple more quotes to you. All right, because I want to get you pumped up. I want you to get you started all over again. All right, it is inevitable that some defeat will enter even the most victorious life. Come on. You see that? Watch that. It is inevitable that some defeat will enter even the most victorious life. So I don't care who you are, right? Watch this next one. Winners are not afraid of losing. I told you, I know teams that went undefeated and lost in the championship. Which one do you think they would have? Don't you think they would rather have lost in a regular season or lost a playoff game perhaps than to lose the whole season? Come on, watch this one. Take a deep breath, pick yourself up, dust yourself off, and start all over again. Come on, one more time. Take a deep breath. I know you hurt. I know you in pain. I know you disappointed. I know you crushed. I know you feel defeated, but take a deep breath, pick yourself up, dust yourself off, and start all over again. All right, here's the last one. When we give ourselves permission to fail, we, at the same time, give ourselves permission to excel. Come on, come on. When we give ourselves permission, we're not going to do everything right. We're not. Everything ain't going to go right. We're not going to make all the best decisions. We're not going to make all the best choices. We're not going to always do the right thing. We're not. But give yourself permission to fail so you can simultaneously give yourself permission to excel. Hey, it's your boy E.T. Push the reset button. Push the restart. I don't know about you, but I played many of video games where before I got to that level that I wanted to get to, yep, I'd pull that joker out. You know what I'm saying? I pull it out the court. Start all over again. And I would start all over again, get a fresh start. And I'd start all over again and get a fresh start. And I'd start all over again, get a fresh start. And I'd make it past level 1. And then I'd be at level 2 and fail. And I'd pull the cord out. And I'd pull the cord out. And I'd pull the cord out. And then I'd finally get past level 2. I don't know if I got to any levels without failing. I don't know if I've ever successfully defeated any video game I play. I don't ever believe it took time. So do me a favor. Small steps, distances. No. Let's go.
Welcome to Knowledge is the New Money Free Summer School. We have ETA, Eric Thomas, and family. ET, how you doing today, sir?
Man, bless.
blessed, bro.
All right, let's run around. Who do we have right here? We have Auntie Val, we have Fatai, we have Tiffany Haynes, we have Mustafa, we have Candace Quinney. Yes, yes, so the Candace Quinney.
Yes.
And Charles Terry Jr., international known.
You know what I'm saying?
ET,
You know what I'm saying?
what we want to talk about today is a fresh start. A lot of people think that you won't mess up in life. Talk about how do you after a mess up, you bring it back and you start fresh and brand new.
You know, hey, this is crazy, bro. I think and we might need to do a whole week on this because, you know, these kids, bro, it's funny. Like you watch their Instagram and if something go wrong, they just delete everything. You know, I be trying to tell you, you just can't delete life, bro. It don't work like that. Like you just can't delete life. You just can't keep up what you want to keep up. You know, I'm like, it's all a part of success. Like, you know, I call it your wins and your learns. I don't use that other word. And it's like they want to, you know, in this generation, like they want to be perfect. Everything got to be perfect. Everything got to be right. So they only show, you know, the parts of their life. I think that's really why it's hard to get a fresh start because they only want to show, you know, the world all the good of them, like all the positive. And so when something happens where they got to take a learn, it's like whatever. So I guess I just want to start by saying, you know, a fresh start, a bouncing back. God is so good that he gives us a Monday, then Tuesday, then Wednesday. You know, he gives us 24 hours. We get another 24 hours. Then he gives us winter. He gives us, you know, we got fall, we got spring, we got sun. You feel me? Like the way God created earth is this constant rotation around the sun. You feel me? Like it's all a new start. So I just think people need to see what God is doing. He said on the first day, it was good. Then the second day, then it was good. Then the third day, it was good. And we just won't always just good. No, it don't work like that. What would life be like if it was always winter? Or what would life be like if it was always summer? And I'll say this before you pass it, man. You know, I moved to Cali, right, for the winter. And I talk to a lot of people in California, and it's weird, but they like envious. And I'm like, what envious? Why you want to be in Detroit? They was like, yo, I'm not trying to be funny, but having the same weather all year round, it get boring. You know, they like, you used to the winter, so you coming over here to get to summer. But they was like, yo, in San Diego, it's the same temperature all year round. Like, we can't wear certain clothes. We don't do certain things. It's just like, yo, it's nice, but it's also boring. So I just want y'all to know that when you switch it up a little bit, that's what makes life is the switch up, not the constant wins all the time. But it's the wins, man, a nicer bit of losses, like disappointments. And then when you bounce back, it's like you appreciate. So yeah, Q, the bounce back is great, bro.
Yeah, let's go to Tiffany Haynes. I mean, she's stacked with a lot of things on her schedule this week. Tiffany, talk to us.
The bounce back is sweet. I mean, I think the every movie you ever watch that you love is because of the bounce back. It's the rise and the fall. What makes my marriage so sweet is that we almost didn't make it out of year 2. Yeah. I mean, that's what makes it so sweet now that it's been over a decade. So what makes being successful now is that we was, you know, this close to filing bankruptcy. I mean, these are the type of things that make you who you are. They edify you. They sharpen you in ways that a win won't do. It just won't do it because when you win, you don't go back and analyze like you would when you take an L. You don't go back and say, how can I change and how can I be a better person and how can I not make the same mistakes that my parents made? You don't do that if everything around you is winning. So don't be afraid of starting fresh. As a matter of fact, take advantage of it and don't let anyone make you feel ashamed of it. The Bible says there's no condemnation. Don't make anybody make you feel ashamed of what you had to go through. Because all of them that are have something negative to say about you is because they haven't transformed themselves. So anybody that's endured a transformation, they don't talk negative about anybody. You know, so embrace the fresh start, embrace it, and take pride in it. It's how you make an incredible story.
We are now taking collections for Pastor Tiffany. Thank you, Pastor Tiffany, for
you.
Man, that was. It was so much. I have so much to say after that, but I know I'm like, this is summer school. Let me just get back. But let's go to Fatai. Fatai, talk to us.
You know,
fresh start.
You know, it's crazy because I feel like
so I work with a lot of kids, and just to see, you know, going back to what E was saying about deleting Facebook, like just trying to get rid of them, like they just don't want to be seen. But I think the first thing that I've recognized that I've really felt with the kiddos is being able to take accountability, or to recognize that, dang, I'm not good at this, or I'm not good at that, or I don't have to be perfect. You know what I mean? And when we can admit, and then we can find out from other kiddos that you don't have to be perfect, it's easier to be able to get through the go through, you know. And I'll just share this example with you. I have a 17-year-old foster youth that was living with me. You know, she thought that all the house rules and the family rules, everything that we were doing, that's who she was. She thought that was her identity. You know what I mean? But in her journey, as she was navigating through different experiences within my family, she realized, whoa, this is one good thing I like about this family, and this is a thing that I don't like. So it's being able to take the things that you do like, you know, leave back the ones that don't make sense to you, and just to be able to take that and move forward with. But the good thing, you know, with her experience, she still comes out on top, because now she recognizes that, yes, I don't have to do it the way that Auntie Fatai says, or I don't have to do it the way Uncle Ray says. This is who I am. And as I'm journeying through this, it's okay to fail forward. You know, it's okay to be that person. So for all my kiddos 18 and under, this is who you are as you're trying to figure out who you are. This is just part of that process.
No, that was powerful. Candace, let's go to Candace. What does Fresh Start mean to you, and you know, talking to our students?
Absolutely. When I was thinking about Fresh Start and bouncing back, the biggest thing that stuck with me was don't wait. I think when it comes to the semesters, report card marking, or just different things that we're going through, we're like, okay, at the beginning of this month, we're going to start. Like, I'm going to start in the next month. And I'm just like, no, like if this is something that you're serious about, if you're really hurt or sad or having a little bit remorse about whatever happened, don't wait. Use that energy right now to say, tomorrow morning, I'm going to do it. Because I think sometimes we lose our momentum when we're like, well, I'm going to start. You know, we all kind of struggle just on our normal habits. Like, we're trying to do something new. It's like, okay, I'm going to start this on January 1st. Or June 1st or February 1st. And it kind of, you don't really have that momentum. But as soon as that issue or whatever, that mistake or that shortcoming or that law or that learn, as ET called it, we want to jump right back on a horse. Don't wait. Sometimes you got to wait, strategize and adjust, but then you got to go right back. And I told myself, even with me, just in a certain walk in my life, after I had my first daughter, I was like, Candace, it's a resolve. Like, I'm never going back. Yes, I'm going to fall. Yes, I'm going to fail, but I will give myself one day. That's it. And then I'm right back on the horse. So that's the biggest thing, is after that experience, don't be afraid to get back. And something I have to continue reminding myself, and I'm older now, so I'm in the game. But when you're young, when I'm thinking about my children, I say, this is practice. We want all the missed shots. We want all the failure right now, because you got time to make the adjustment. So know that this is practice. You're not fully in the game yet. So enjoy being young, being able to make some mistakes, and then, you know, getting back in the game and doing it right. So that's what I would say on, you know, that fresh start and that bounce back.
Thank you, Candace. We have, you know, I've never seen Mustafa. I didn't even know he liked the Minnesota Timberwolves. I don't know if y'all can see his shirt. We learning a lot from him. I thought he was a Knicks fan. He's trading the Knicks in for the Timberwolves.
Hey, we did some work with him, Q. You know what I'm saying? Just got
but that's a fresh start. That's a fresh start for you. Talk to us, Mustafa.
I'm just trying to follow in ET's pattern. You know, anytime he works with a team, he'll wear their gear. So we did some work with them. They gave us a shirt. I'm like, okay, I'm gonna rock the shirt and just show love to the team for supporting us. But no, I mean, you know, growing up for me, I played sports, and specifically baseball. And one of the things our coaches always told us is, don't take your at-bats to the field. So, for example, you're up at the plate, you know, you're having a tough at-bat with a pitcher who's talented, whatever the case may be. Let's say you strike out or you don't get the job done. So then you go now out to the field and you're about to play defense and you're thinking about your strikeout. Then you make an error on defense because you took your at-bat to the field, right? So when I think a fresh start is have a short-term memory. Sometimes it helps to have a short-term memory and kind of just let things go, right? So that you can really be where you need to be to focus on what you need to get done in that exact moment. So that's the easiest way I can simplify this. Like, really just don't hang on to things because they didn't go according to plan. Sometimes it's those adversities or challenges or problems that you think are really messing you up that are preparing you for what not to do the next time around.
Mustafa, I'll jump in right here. Mustafa, like I have my two oldest sons, you know, we play basketball and we'll go out back and we'll shoot, and one will shoot and miss, and then the other will laugh. And I'm like, why are you laughing? He's like, you know, the other one's like, man, well, he shouldn't have missed it. I'm like, you're practicing. Like you got to remember, and I will say this to all the students out there, we're striving for greatness. Greatness doesn't mean perfection. Yeah. No one is perfect. No one is perfect. We are all going. I'm not going to say the other L, but we're all going to learn things in life, and you have to take it. But if you're thinking that everything is going to be perfect, if you're thinking your life is not going to be, it's just going to go like, oh, I'm going to do A, B, and C, and everything is going to happen just the way I planned. That's not what life is. I think if we get that out of our system and our mindset, we can look at a fresh start and say, okay, well, I messed up here. I can come back. And then even with my kids laughing at each other and I had to kind of correct them, it took me back to my youth. And I thought that life was going to be a certain way. Like, oh, I'll do this, and then that's going to happen, and then this is going to happen, and life is going to be smooth. Sometimes you're going to have to press the start button. Sometimes you'll go down the path and say, oh, I went this way, but I need to now go this way. So I want you all to, you know, students that are watching this right now, just know that fresh starts, everyone that you see on the screen has had a fresh start in certain parts of their life. Nothing is perfect. Nothing is perfect. Let's bring it to Auntie Val. Auntie Val, what do you have to say about a fresh start?
You know who came to mind? Who's the number one? I'm about to start something. I already feel it. Who's the number one basketball player ever? Here
we go.
Jordan, right? Jordan did not make the basketball team his sophomore year in high school. What if he had took that and not bounced back? What if he had just been like, basketball not for me? Look down at your feet. You probably got them on. You probably got them on right now. Them J's, them Jordans. But Jordan, he had the bounce back theory. So it's like, y'all don't know about that bounce back, but it's a toy from way back in the day. You hit it and it bounce back. We will walk, but they don't fall down. Right, come on. And that's what I'm saying. So, and you got to think about that. But the one thing you have to do is GPS that thing. So if you have where you're trying to go, he knew he wanted to play basketball, right?
That's good.
So he had that in front of him. So when he didn't make the team, that didn't stop him because he knew where he was trying to go. He wasn't going to let that one moment in time stop him from getting to where he had to go. And even when your parents put in their GPS and they make the wrong turn, rerouting. So you got to reroute that thing in life. Everything will not go as planned, but you can get where you're trying to go in spite of the decision or the outcome of things that you thought it was going to go one way and it didn't go. It might be rerouting you to a better route.
Come on.
I'm just saying. Come on, Q.
Come on, man. Listen. The international passport stamper himself, Charles Terry Jr. Please, fresh start. Talk to
keep it back. Quick grab. Okay. So listen. Okay. So when we talked about winning, so we talked about E a minute ago, how when he said, we win and we win and we win. A lot of times we get, or as youth are getting told the wrong things from the songs that we listen to. All I do is win, no matter what. So when we listen to songs like that, it gets you to think, okay, I have to win. Well, in reality is you win when you lose. So by losing, you, like you said, we reassess. Now I know, okay, that didn't work out. So next time I do it with excellence. And so I'm going to win the next time. So don't be afraid to do a reset. Just know that every day literally is a fresh start. We wake up with a brand new morning every single morning. So get up with the mindset that it's okay to reset and start over. Just like if you think about when you graduated from kindergarten, you were excited, right? You were like, kindergarten graduation, it's a big deal. Going to first grade, I don't know what's going to happen, right? So when you do that, you went into it with a new expectation coming into the school year that you didn't know what you were about to get into, right? Same thing when you first started. So go into everything every day with a new expectation. Yesterday, you might have gotten in trouble. You might have got a whooping, you know what I'm saying? Some stuff happened yesterday, you know what I'm saying? But you get brand new grace in the morning, you know what I'm saying? The sun will rise again. This too shall pass. So
you feel me?
in the morning, get up, eat your cereal, eat your breakfast. Always eat breakfast, and then go about your day with excellence and attempt to do better than you did on yesterday. Just don't stay the same no matter what you do. That's what I got.
And you know what, Q? The reason why I say we're gonna go wins and learns, man. We live in a different generation, man. These kids taking their life, bro.
Literally,
like, bro. They taking their life, bro.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? Like, this ain't our era. You feel me? Like, this ain't our era. Kids are literally committing suicide because they taking these losses as the like Candace said. Yeah, you 13. You acting like you 73. You know what I'm saying? You 15 years old. You ain't 55, and you acting like, you know, because so-and-so broke up with you, or you didn't make the team, or you didn't get those shoes you wanted. You acting like it's the end of the world. No, it's actually meaning that you have something to strive for today. So I'm using the term learn because maybe you won't take that so personal.
Right.
Like maybe when you hear losses, you hear, oh, it's over for me. They're all gonna laugh at me. That's old school. Here, they're all gonna laugh at me. They're gonna, but like that's real. But now you going, they're all gonna laugh at me. So I'm gonna take my life, you know, or you know, I've had, you know, people that are very close to me. I'm not gonna say no names because you know I don't want people. He telling our business, but there have been people who dated and a boy have taken the pictures that they had and put them online, and now they ready to take they. And I'm like, look here, baby girl, I promise you, won't nobody even remember they put them pics up 6 weeks from now, 6 months from now, 6 years from now. They won't even know it. So yeah, come on, y'all.
Don't take the pic.
Yep. Yeah, right. That's what I would say, but it's a different generation. They got to take a picture of everything. But it's just learns, y'all. It's not losses. Keep your life, right? Get over all that stuff. And I'm telling you, you'll wake up one day like me, who was homeless and all that other stuff, and you'll wake up a winner. So keep learning, keep learning, keep learning.